Good evening, everyone. ICA Pragya Jain, on behalf of the Professional Skill Enrichment Committee ICI, welcome all the participants in today's webcast. Tableau Simplified. Visualize, Analyze, Act. First, we have with us Jay Chera sir, the Professional Skill Enrichment Committee. So we welcome you, sir. And today's resource person, CA Vikal Jain sir. First and topmost, we request you, sir, Jay Chara, sir, to address today's participants and give a brief introduction about the topic. Over to you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Pragya. A very good evening to all of you, friends. Professional Skills Enrichment Committee, as such, is comparatively a new committee. We can say to a certain extent a baby committee, of course, but a very, very, very important committee of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. Friends, while domain expertise is quite important, maybe taxation, maybe audit, maybe company law, or whatever, but along with that, there are a number of professional skills where we chartered accountants have to keep on improving. And this is the theme of Professional Skills Enrichment Committee. We are having physical programs, we are having virtual programs like this webinar series, where we discuss about the various professional skills which are utmost essential for chartered accountants. That includes persuasive communication, that includes emotional intelligence, that includes conflict resolution, that includes team building, that includes vision building, strategy development. So there are a number of skills, managerial skills as well as technical skills, which chartered accountants actually everyone should possess, right? So that is what is the theme of this particular committee. We are working to make chartered accountants more skillful, along with the domain expertise, knowledge, skills are very, very important. And it is not only about the skill set, the committee is working on the will set also. Skills and will, both are very, very crucial. Well, this webinar series that you are watching today, we plan to have a series of 100 such programs during this year. And we already had some wonderful topics in the previous webinars, and they are available on our channel. So you can anytime watch them. And I would request you and suggest you to keep on being with us for the future webinars also. Today's topic, if we talk about, Vikal Jainji is going to touch upon a very, very important topic, that is Tableau. Now, friends, one very important skill is the art of communication. And when you want to communicate, many a times, more than text, it is the visuals which have the impact. Texts are very important, facts are very important, but how you present matters. Well, regarding presentation, we have to learn from the Western world to a certain extent. We Indians have always believed in substance, and at times, maybe we have not worked upon form to the extent. Because I'll tell you one very interesting thing in a very different way. You are going to cover in a very detailed and technical way, but let me put it in a different way. Indian food is very, very good. I feel that our Indian food is much better than many, many Western. But we Indians focus more on preparation and they focus on presentation. So, interestingly, even if you go to accounting, Pragya, if you go for accounting standard one, it talks about preparation and presentation of financial statements. So, there are preparation and presentation. Now, if you focus only on presentation, then you don't have any content. And if you prepare only on preparation and not presentation, then you don't communicate the way it should be. It is not impactful. So, today we have tons and tons of data. How this data should be properly put into information and much more than that knowledge, which further translates into wisdom, is a very, very crucial aspect. Today, there are so many activities in business, entrepreneurs, professionals, they deal with so much of data. They have so many functions to take care of. So they have very limited time to go into the details of each and everything and nitty-gritty. So if you can condense the data in a meaningful way, I repeat, meaningful way, and if you can present it in such a way that the user can easily relate. Because what happens as a chartered accountant, I might be excellent in finance and that's why I'll use the finance jargon and prepare all these things. If I'm discussing that with another chartered accountant, well and good, he will understand it very well. But suppose my users of the information are non-chartered accountant, they are not into finance, then probably it's going to be Latin and French for them. It is something like if two doctors are discussing, for me, it is going to be Latin and French. So it is very, very crucial that you have to understand who are the users. See, we crunch the numbers. From data, we make it information, further knowledge, and so on. But that will be useful only and only if we consider the users. So we always have to consider who are the users of the information. What is their understanding? What is their background? What is the requirement? How much time they can allocate to it? How much they are smart to grab the information from it, and in accordance with that we have to design. So I think it's very, very crucial how to design that and how to present it. And I think Tableau is one particular way how we can communicate very effectively what we want to. That means tons of data compressed into maybe some bits and bytes or whatever the case may be, and put in such a lucid way the other person can pick up very smoothly and probably comprehend it and take the decisions at right time in right manner. I think that is what is the purpose ultimately for any information. It is a raw material for decision making. If you do not put data in such a way that decision making is timely and effective, then probably data is dead. It is maybe a post-mortem analysis or whatever you say. So it is very, very crucial to have a wonderful presentation, and I'm sure about it. Today, we have a very, very, very important topic, and at the same time, a very wonderful speaker who is going to enlighten all of us on the various aspects of Tableau. And I'm sure by the end of this session, we'll understand the importance of better presentation. We'll learn the tools and techniques and the modus operandi as to how to be more effective and present our opinions, views, and the facts in a better way to the intended people, our clients, maybe our subordinates or bosses or teammates who the intended users are. And I pass on the baton to you once again. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. It's a really great pleasure to hear about the working and objective of the Professional Skill Enrichment Committee of ICI. And also, briefly, you have given a vision about the topic that Tableau simplified. How do we simplify, visualize, and analyze Act? Thank you so much, sir.
Pragya, thanks to you also. Thanks a lot to you also for always at our request you join us and you take care of these sessions. I must thank Vikalji also for accepting our invitation, and also, though we do not thank as such our own team member, but yes, Dr. Sambit Kumar Mishraji, who is the secretary of this very important committee, has played a very, very vital role for this particular webinar series. He is the backbone of this committee. So thanks to Sambitji also, and you may please carry on further.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. So now, without further ado, let's we introduce our today's resource person. It's an immense pleasure to introduce CA Vikal Jain, sir. So, CA Vikal Jain, sir, is a distinguished chartered accountant and a dynamic professional known for his expertise in data automation, financial analytics, and emerging technologies. As the proprietor of Vikal Jain and Associates and a consultant with the 16th Finance Commission, Ministry of Finance, he brings a wealth of experience in research and data management. A recognized leader in the field of automation, CA Vikal Jain sir has conducted over 100 Excel sessions across more than 8 countries and delivered 40 plus impactful sessions on artificial intelligence at platforms such as ICI Study Circles, AI Hackathon, and government think tanks. His technical acumen earned his appreciation from the Deputy Governor of the Reserve Bank of India for his contribution to the NITI NCAER dashboard. Beyond traditional finance, he is also a digital educator and social influencer with more than 3.6 million followers on his Excel Tracks Facebook page and a strong presence on Instagram. He has created widely accessed tutorials on Power BI, Power Query, Office 365, and ChatGPT. His training program have empowered over 500 professionals globally through platforms like GoToWebinar and Skype. He is a certified chartered accountant. CA Vikal Jain sir also holds a certification in International Finance Reporting Standard and has completed level 1 of the AI certification by ICAI. So once again, we welcome you all, and without further ado, let's we start the today's topic. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Pragya ma'am. Thank you, Jay sir. Thank you, Sambit sir. Thank you, ICAI, for giving me this opportunity. Let me just share my screen first. Okay. So in today's session, we are going to discuss about Tableau. And Tableau again is a data visualization technique. And just let me just zoom it. Okay. So what we can do with the Tableau, we will get to know in this session, and how we can use Tableau. Tableau is again a data visualization tool in which we generally do drag and drop just it. So means what we need to learn, we need to just learn how to drag and drop the things in the right manner. And the beauty of the Tableau is, let's say if we are stuck in anywhere, now we have AI tools, with various AI tools like ChatGPT, like Gemini, like Cloud. So basically, we can ask the question from them, and we can simplify our data visualization techniques. So I always say, whenever we are dealing with the transformation or visualization, so always the 70% part is transformation, how you are transforming your data, and 30% is the visualization. So see, making chart is not that much difficult. Let's say I have x-axis, I have y-axis, so I can simply plot them. Tableau is also that tool which helps in that kind of information. But the main part is transformation. So I in the previous session on the Power BI, I told you that in the Power BI we can transform our data based on two things: Power Query and DAX. Now in Tableau we can transform our data using Excel directly, or the second thing we can do, what we can use some kind of measures or calculated field. I will tell you how we can use those kind of tools in Tableau directly. And we need to understand some kind of things before starting the Tableau part. And here you will see, if you will search on Google, here one thing is Tableau Public, and second thing is Tableau Desktop. So Tableau Public is free for everyone. So you can download both the version from the on Google Chrome. Let's say I'm using Tableau Public, and which is free for everyone. And if you will see, here we have site of public tableau.com. Let's say I'm searching on it. Let's say Tableau Public. So you will see here we have Tableau Public, and here we have lots of dashboards in the Tableau Public. So you can search any dashboard from here, and let's say I'm going to search sales. So you can see all the sales dashboards are appearing here. We can simply download them and edit them as per our needs. So these are the free Tableau public dashboards. Now the second tool is which we the available is means Tableau desktop, which is a paid version of the desktop. Again, now the difference between these two is very important. Why the difference is very important? Because of the privacy. Whenever we are saving any dashboard in our Tableau, and we are using Tableau public, so first thing, how we can save it, we can simply save that thing in our desktop. And let's say if we want to save that dashboard to the cloud, so what we can do, we need to simply use Tableau public. It means whenever I am going to make any simple dashboard, and I'm going to save it on the cloud, it can be accessed by anyone. Now the second thing is Tableau desktop. So if I'm, let's say, purchasing a Tableau desktop version or Tableau desktop license, so it means what is going to happen, and no one can see the dashboard until and unless my permission is granted. So the main part is privacy. And obviously the second part is cost. So if we are, let's say, if you are a new learner, you can simply go with the Tableau Public. And if you are means a pro, then you can go with the Tableau Desktop. Tableau Desktop has some more features in it, and you can also work with offline also. You can here we have lots of more supported imported tools like SQLs, Cloud Service, and Google Sheets. Let's say if we are working with the Google Sheets, so it will not update automatically in Tableau Public, but in the Tableau Desktop, it will going to update it automatically. So that's how this is the difference between Tableau Public and Tableau Desktop. Now the question is, we can make the chart in Excel, and we can make the chart in Tableau and Power BI. Now, still, why we are suggesting the Power BI, Tableau? Still, we can make the chart in Excel. Let's say I'm talking about 6D chart. Let me just show you this slide, this one, and you can see this is a 6D chart. Why? Here we can see the this is the segment. Here we have four segment in our data: corporate, institutional, retail, and SMEs. And you will see here we have some kind of information like, let's say, payment status. So TKs means fully payment, full payment has received, and exclamation mark means partial payment has received, and cross means no payment has received. Now this kind of chart cannot be made in Excel, or if you are able to do so, it will take more and more time. So let's say if Tableau is taking only 5 minutes, then Excel is going to take 50, or let's say 5 hours. I generally prefer Tableau in that case. So that's how Tableau always be take advantage in comparison to Excel. And the second thing is, whenever we are sharing any dashboard with anyone, let's say I'm sharing any dashboard with my colleague, my juniors. So what I need to do, if I'm using Excel file, I need to share the whole Excel file. But if I'm using Tableau, what I need to share, I need to simply share the Tableau link. So if anyone will open that link or change anything, dashboard will automatically update. And if you are using Tableau Desktop, so you can download any limited data from it, or any PPT, any PDF file directly. So that's how Tableau can take advantage in comparison to the Excel. So here we have the main advantage of the Tableau. Data connectivity is very simple. Let's say you have made one dashboard. Now in second time, what you need to do, you need to simply update the Excel file, and whole dashboard will automatically update. Let's say there are 5 line of rows in the first instance, and in the second instance, well, let's say we have 7 line of rows. Now if we want to update the data, we can simply update the data using Tableau, and whole dashboard will get updated. Unlike Excel, in Excel, what we need to do, we need to simply select the range one by one, and that how we generally update the chart in our Excel. And here we have interactive dashboard. We have those kind of chart which are not available in the Excel. In Excel, you can simply make a 3D chart, max to max 4D chart, but here we have 8D chart. Now we can get the 8 dimension information from the Tableau. And here are the useful links whenever we are dealing with the Tableau. So since Tableau Public is a free version, so for our session, I'm going to use the Tableau Public. So you can download the Tableau Public from the internet, and simply what you need to search, let's say download Tableau Public, or here's the link to download it. And here we have Tableau Public Gallery. And the beauty is Tableau Public Gallery have lots of videos about the Tableau. So let's say if you want to learn a Tableau basics or Tableau software more, so you can simply go to Tableau Public Gallery and search for the learning part which you want to learn, and simply get the training. So that's how you can learn the Tableau Public. And see, a Tableau Public is a smaller version of the Tableau Desktop version. So if you are very much comfortable with the Tableau Public, so we need to simply learn a little things to get updated to the desktop version. So here we have Now let me show you the Tableau Public. Then we will able to understand how Tableau Public is going to work. And here we have Tableau Public. I have already downloaded it from the internet. So it may sometimes it takes time because of the size of it. The size of Tableau Public is 600 MB. So it generally take means 10 to 15 seconds to open it. Now you will see in the free version we can import from this, and here we have some more informations. Here we can connect our Google Drive and all data, but I generally don't suggest you to connect Google Drive in free version because it generally don't get updated in Tableau Public. Here we are going to use MS Excel file to build our simple dashboards and various kind of things. So this is the Tableau, and here is the beauty of Tableau is what we need to do. We need to simply drag and drop to the chart and drag and drop to the data. So that's how we can simply build a chart. Now let me show you the data first. Then we will understand how Tableau is going to work, how Tableau is going to perform, how Tableau is going to perform visualization in your data. So means here are the steps. What we need to do, we need to simply import our file first. Okay, so here I'm going to import some files here, and I'm going to show you three files over here which I have made it. So first one is client data, and you can see this is the client master data which in which we have, let's say here we have a CA organization, a big CA organization we have. Let's say this is the data of the transaction summary. Here is the client name. So there are 90 unique clients, and you will see number of transaction is 200. And we are offering, let's say, these kind of services to them. And these are the product name in our software. Let's say advisory service, audit service, sorry, compliance service, consulting, and taxation. And here we have reason and how in four reason we are offering the services. Here we have segment of the client, corporates, institutional, retail, and SMEs. Now we generally raise our bill based on the hours. So here are the rates of the per hour. So sorry, here are the number of hours we worked. So for this transaction we have done 141 hours. So rate per hour is this one. So invoice amount is finally this one, and this is the GST rate. I have deliberately changed the rate to 12.5 and so on. Generally in the service field the rate is 18%, but for the example I have changed this rate, and here's the GST amount, and here's the invoice date, on which date we have raised the invoice, and here is the payment status, means which invoice is fully received, which uh, uh, which invoice is still partially paid, and which invoice is still unpaid. Now, if we are talking about the master data of our clients, here we have master data. Now, client name is here, and here we have industry, the industry type. Here we have head office of them. Here we have employee count also, because our CA firm is very big. So what we are going to do, we are going to take more and more data. And here we have employee counts. Here we have annual turnover of them of the last year here. And the third thing we have also done here is now risk metrics. Now whenever we are dealing with the new clients, so we generally do the risk assessment using AI tools like ChatGPT and so on. So in our example we have also done that. Here we have risk assessment scores. Let's say you will see the maximum of that. Here I'm going to use max function, and you will see here we have 10, means whenever the risk assessment score is very low, it means we have lower risk in that client. And if the risk assessment score is big, then we can say it as we are the client is very risky in terms of financials, in terms of anything in terms of litigation, in terms of compliances. So these are the data which I've created, and you won't believe the all the data I have created for my Tableau dashboard or for this session is from the Chat GPT itself. So I'm using paid version of Chat GPT. I generally take the raw data from there. So the close the files, and you will see one column is common in every file. And let me just open the file once again. So you will see here we have a client name, 90 clients we have, count 90. And here we have again client name, and here we have again client name. Now, you will see one column is common between every set of data. Now let's say you have different columns and which are unique. Let's say in some cases this product name may also be there, the invoice date, the year would also be there. In that case we are going to build a relationships. Whenever we are performing multiple means whenever we are performing visualization from the multiple files, it means we need to build what we need to build a relationship first. If the data would not be interconnected, then we are not able to gather information from the different files. What we need to do, we need to use VLOOKUP or XLOOKUP to get the information from that file. Let's say, for example, here is my transaction data. Let's say I want to find out the manpower or the number of employee of this client. So what I need to do, if I'm not using Tableau, if I'm using Excel, what I need to do, I need to simply use VLOOKUP, XLOOKUP, index match, whatever the case may be. So again, this is the transformation part. But here I'm going to talk about visualization also. So here we have a Tableau, and we are going to import all the data in it. And here I have clicked on Microsoft Excel, and you will see all files are coming because my folder is already open here. So let's say I'm opening my first data, which is the client data, and open. So meanwhile it is opening, and you can see when when your file will open, so it will look like this. And you can see here is the file name, and here is the sheet name. You can see the client, here the sheets, and here is the data which my Excel has, client name, industry, employee count, and so on. Now I'm going to add more data. So here we have add button. We can simply click add, and it will add more files. We can add text file. We can add PDF files. So I'm going to import more text files here. Sorry, more Excel files here. And here we have let's say second data, which is a transactional data. Open. So we have two data now, and here we have the third one, risk assessment data. So here it is, risk matrix, open. So what I have done till yet, so simply I have opened the Excel file, I have opened the Tableau, and after that, I have simply imported three files in my Tableau. I have done nothing beyond that. So now what we are going to do, we are going to interconnect first all the data sets. Then we are going to take the advantage of different resources of the Tableau, and then we are able to then we are able to understand how Tableau is going to perform very well. And here we have, let me just show you the all the data. Here is the client data, which is already seeing on which is already seen on the screen. And here we have so here we have detailed data set. Now, whenever we are going to start with the Tableau, we need to first interconnect our data. Then we are able to see the relationship, and when then we are able to see the data on our Tableau. Then you will see the client data is here. We can simply drag and drop here, and you can see the data set is appearing here like this. And here we have data set, client name, service type, product name, region, segment, all transactional data is here. Now, let's say if I'm going to take this risk assessment, this metric also. So here is my risk matrix. See, whenever I am putting the risk matrix to the right side of my data, it is automatically building this line, the path is nothing, just a relationship. Now you will see the relationship here. Here we have the relationship, which is a client name is linked with the client name. So Power BI, Tableau generally do these kind of activities. It builds a relationship between data which is common. Let's say if we have let's say more data set, let's say year is here, so we can connect them. Let's say year, if we can find year from here, and we can find year from here. So what will happen in that case? So let's say if we are finding data year wise, so there would not be any ambiguity in that. So we can simply set a relationship for that. So we can add multiple columns to set a relationship. Here we have only one common column, so that's why we are simply connecting this client name to the client name. Now the whenever we are talking about relationship, it means we need to understand the relationship means we can simply connect one to many, or many to one, or one to one. We can't connect many to many. For example, let's say here we have a transactional data in which a client is appearing multiple times. Let's say if I'm going to find out the first transactions from my data set. So you can see from the McDaniel ons and sims, I have done 5 transactions, different transactions I have done. Now, let's say I have a different data set for the different year, or let's say I have credit note data. So I am going to link with, I'm going to set an interconnectivity between those means sales data and the credit data. So what is going to happen? So it will build a many to many relationship. So it will get confused which transaction should I link with the credit note. It may also be possible that invoice number is also there in the credit note transactions and in my transaction. So what I will do, I will link 2 columns in that case. So it will automatically make a unique invoice number and the client name. So that's how we can interconnect our relationship between these two data. And here we are going to insert our third data also. And here we have third data. And you can see all data is connected with the client name. Again, we have client name common. Again, here we have client name. So all data is connected. Now this is the client name data. And this is the, sorry. Yeah. So this is the risk matrix data, and this is the detail set of data. So all data is here. Now we are going to now we are ready to build a visualization here. Now if we will see to the down of the tableau, here we have sheet 1, and here we have new worksheet, and here we have new dashboard, and here we have new story. Now if you will see sheet 1 is looking like an excel file. So we can insert any number of sheets. Then after that, what we are going to do, we are going to plot those sheet in our dashboard. Like you can say it as this is a like means different kind of blocks. So let's say this is the block 1. If I'm going to insert a sheet 2, that is a block 2. So whenever we are going to set a block on the page, that it will automatically become a dashboard. Now let's say if you are new to the dashboard, you don't know which dashboard is perfect for me, how I can make a dashboard, how means I can use Tableau. So in that case, what I will suggest, simply go to ChatGPT and just copy the column headers from your data. Let's say I have this data. So what I will do, I will simply copy the headers, and I will simply ask a ChatGPT just suggest me some kind of dashboards from this data, and where I am having following headers. in our data. So it will automatically suggest the Tableau dashboard things to you. So now I'm clicked on sheet one. So this is the main part. This is the main tableaus is starting. So here we have tables. So this is the first data set. This is the second data set, and this is the third data set. All data sets are interconnected. I have already shown you why, because of this relationship. If this relationship will not be there, then the dashboard will not work. It may also be possible that let's say if I'm choosing one option, let's say I'm choosing the reason north. So it may also be possible if relationship is not there. So what is going to happen? Then one data is going to update on the dashboard, and the second one is not going to update. Now, if you will see the this page, this is looking like as simple as your pivot table. So you will see here we have values. Let me just show you the pivot table also, and then we are able to understand why I'm saying this. So inserting, I'm going to insert a pivot table from this. Insert pivot table from table and range, new sheet, and you will see the pivot table from here. Here we have columns, and in the Tableau, here we have columns, and here we have rows. Here we have rows. So whenever we are going to insert anything in the rows, let's say here I'm going to insert a rows like the client name. So it is going to show me the client name like this. So again, if I'm going to insert my client name to the rows, so it is going to show me client name like this. As same as your pivot table, these four options are only there to build a dashboard. Now you can see I am simply dragging and dropping. So Tableau is nothing. Tableau is just a dragging and dropping tool. We don't even need a transformation. We can simply do the transformation in our Excel file, and we can update that Excel file here directly. Then we can again import that file in our Tableau public edition. Then our dashboard will get automatically updated. For example, let's say here I have risk matrix, risk assessment score. Let's say what I want. Let's say if the risk is let's say less than 3. So what I will say lower risk to the client. Let's say if I have a 5, then I can say medium risk. Let's say if I'm more than 5, what I will simply say higher risk. So I can add a column here. Let's say category of risk in the Excel file directly. And if you are not comfortable with the Excel, so let's say your software is exporting this file again and again, then what we can do, we can simply add that column in Tableau directly. I will show you how we can add that. First, we need to understand this is a simple copy and paste of your pivot table. Now, you will see the third option of the pivot table is filter. Filter is here, and again, we have a filter over here. We can filter out any data set. Now here we have values, and this whole box is for values. Now the main and new thing with the Tableau is this one. This allows user to build a multi-dimensional chart using data directly. For example, if I'm talking about this chart, this one. So you will see here we have multi-dimensional data. So you can see here we have 4 data set, 3 data set, and even the different colors are there. Here we have in the x-axis, in the y-axis we have billed hours, in the x-axis we have invoice amount. So a 5-dimension chart is this. So that's how we can make multiple dimension chart from this mark option. This option is available only with the Tableau. Now, let me just tell about this mark option, then we will try to build some charts. So here it is. Now, let's say first option is color. So if I'm going to add anything in the color tab, so it will plot the color to them directly. For example, if I'm talking about this one, let's say this one. So what I have done, I have plotted the payment status in the color. So let me just do the same activity here. Then we will able to explain this. So let's say here I am putting my build hours to the columns and invoice amount to the rows. And you will see my chart is looking like this. Now my payment status is in color. And you will see here we have different colors. Now let me just change the shapes. And you will see here we have different colors now. So first one is for the partial paid, second one is for the unpaid, and third one is the paid. So if I'm putting anything in the color, so that data would automatically distinguish using the different color. Let's say if I'm talking about segment. So you can see here we have four segments: corporate, institutional, retail, and SMEs. Now, if I'm talking about this data set or this chart, so uh, which sector or which segment is providing me more revenue, which the SME sector is providing me the highest invoice amount, while here I'm working more. Here build hours is more, and here is invoice amount is more. You can see. So that's how we are able to understand this chart. And if we are providing the size, let's say if we want to let's say align the size, any data with the size. Let's say I want to let's say I am putting this turnover, annual turnover to the size. So what is it is going to happen here now? See this is the big in size. It means here we have the biggest annual turnover. Now here we are on the fourth dimension chart. If we are going to put anything on these sides, so it means the data would automatically plot according to the size, and it will automatically create a bubbles like this. So I have already chosen the bubbles to the this square shape. So the bigger the size means bigger the data. And if you are assigning the labels mean like a data labels you are using in your Excel. So if you are asking any detail, so you can use any details. And here we have shapes. So you can change the shapes of any data using this shape option directly. Now let's try to build some kind of dashboard or some charts from this. So this is about this we have covered till yet. Now we are going to build some charts, and we are going to understand how we can use our Tableau from the basic, and we are going to learn from the scratch. So let me just drag and drop, and I'm again using like a pivot table option, and here we have the same options. Now, here I'm going to build some charts. Let's say I am taking, and you will see here we have one more option in the Tableau main part, which is show me. And let's say if you are not comfortable with any diagram, so you can simply click on this. So it will automatically update your data according to this. So let's say you have added anything. Let's say I'm adding GST amount here and segment in the columns. So if I'm going to click on this, so it is updating my chart accordingly. You can see. So, but it is not showing me anything. So first segment is retail, where GST amount is high. Second is institutional, where GST is come low, and third one is corporate, where GST is a little bit low. The higher one is the retail. The second one is SMEs. The third one is institutional, and the fourth one is corporate. And if you will see the this line, it means it is saying the average of the GST, and here is the 75%. Here is the 25% of the lower. And if we are, let's say, if we are going beyond this line, it means this is an outlier, or means beyond this line, if this is an outlier. So that's how different charts works here. Still you have no idea to how to use different chart in your files, then you can go with the chat gpt or other ai models to use the data. Now I'm going to make my first chart and I will explain how we can understand the tableau. Now let's say I am going to discuss about this file, which is a transactional file. Now what I want to find out which client is offering me highest revenue till now. So if I'm going to insert a chart, let's say here we have means let's say build hours, because build hours is very important in our CF form, and invoice amount is here. So I want a scatter plot, and you can see nothing is here. And if I'm simply putting my client name here, now I need to increase the size because it is looking like a very small stars. And here we have size. Now you can see the circle is becoming big, and the top above circle is Willy's Hunt, on which we have provided 836 bill hours and invoice amount. Now the beauty is, now just compare the same chart with the Excel file. Now let's say if I'm going to save this, and if you will see, if I'm going to save this, so it is going to save my this file to the desktop only, or in that folder which I'm going to select. But if I'm using simply, if I'm pressing control s, let's say I'm pressing control s over here, so now it is saying me just sign in with the Tableau public. So whenever I am pressing control s, it is asking me just sign in with the Tableau public. So let me just try to sign in it. So my account has been signed in, and you can see the it is saying book one. Uh, I will show you how we can just access the same chart with the links. If I'm going to share that link with my friends, so he or she also uh, see this information just clicking on this. Now, what let's say if I'm presenting anything, so simply I can take a screenshot of this and I can present that data with my clients. And that's how we can simply use this simple chart over here, and which is a very beautiful. And you will see the problem is whenever we are using a Tableau, the chart is coming on this square box. If you want this chart to be in this landscape mode, then what we can do in the standard, we can simply go to entire view, and you can see my chart has been extended, right? So that's how we can use different charts. Now I'm going to make a second chart, and you will see here I have made this chart. Now I'm going to explain about this one, which is in which region, means I'm going to show you region wise client revenue this time. So you will see here we have outliers. It means this client is exceptionally performing. Means this client is very important for me, which because it is giving me highest revenue. So you can also use these kind of charts in your expenses data, in your revenue data, product wise, or anything. So here is the this chart, we simply call it as whisker plots, and this chart is not available in your Excel file. And here we have, now for that I'm going to use sheet 2. So let's me just change this sheet name. So how we can change the sheet name? Simply double click on this sheet 1. So I'm simply saying it as let's say uh, mm, client wise revenue. Okay. Now I am simply formatting this to the 36 and bold, and remove this. Sorry. Then after using these four sheet, we are going to integrate all the sheet into a dashboard. Apply, or we can simply take the color also to blue, dark blue. Apply. Okay. So this is our first simple chart. Now, if let's say if I'm adding a segment here, region here in the filter, here it is going to ask me which region you want to add. You want to add the east region only. You want to add a north region. You add a south and west. So I'm taking all and click OK. Now filter is not seeming anywhere. Let's say if I'm going to click on this arrow button, and here we have show filter. Now this is the beauty of this chart. Now if I'm going to click this all, so now the chart has disappeared. Even on the live link, the chart will disappear from your screen. If I'm going to click on this east, in the east region, Willis and is again performing best. In the north region, uh, this client is performing well in the build hours, and this client is performing well in invoice amount. And here we have west region, and here we have Henry's and Sons, which is performing best in the west region. Again, now I'm going to make this whisker chart to the different sheet. So here we have sheet 2, and we can say simply say sheet 2. Now you will see here we have different data set here. Now let's try to understand the different data set, and I'm going to use I'm going to make this chart directly. So here I'm going to use reason, sum, and client name to make this chart. So here is the reason, and now I'm going to take the advantage of show more, because I'm going to use this whisker. So in the client name, I'm going to use here, and you can see it is building a whisker kind of things. And here I'm going to make a invoice amount to the rows and click on this whisker, and you will see the chart is converted. And if I'm pressing Control Z, so my data was looking like this. If I'm not clicking on this whisker, if I'm clicking on this whisker, and it is going to provide me this kind of data set. Now let's say here we have village in the note, the same information with the different chart. And if I'm going to use the entire view, the same information is here with the different chart. And I can say is as let's say I'm going to rename this reason wise sales. Apply. Okay. Now I want to show you one more thing over here. Let's say if I am choosing this payment status to the filter, and I'm taking all and apply. Close this. Now this is the second parameter which I have not used here. So here it was showing it is only showing the revenue, which providing is which client is providing highest revenue according to the reason wise. And the same chart in the this different chart is providing the same information. But this time I have added one more tools here, filters, which is the providing me payment status. Now let's say I want to use this filter once again, show filter, and here we have all the information. Let's say I want to ask the paid information like this. Now you will see the header of this chart, reason why sales. And this chart means no doubtly the your major client is this your major client is Willy's Hunt, but you are getting more payment in each region from the Padilla, Thompson, and Rivers. So again, Willie, you are just simply raising the invoice to the Williams, but here we are getting more payments. Now this again, this chart is again well important, but the problem is, let's say if I'm let's say updating this paid to the unpaid. Now, how we are able to identify how this chart is belongs to unpaid? because the header is not updating at all. As you can see on the screen, here we have reason why sales. And if I'm clicking on this paid, the reason why sales is not updating. So what I will do, I will simply double click on this, and I can simply plot that thing into the this greater than and less than symbol. So what I need to do, I need to simply open this, and I need to write a column name exactly. Here is the column name, payment status. I need to write spell by spell. Let's payment status like this. Now I need to close this. So what it will do, it will make a link and reason why sales. If I will click on this paid, it will automatically get updated to the paid. If I'm going to click this on the unpaid, it will going to update the unpaid and apply. Okay. Now let me just bold this also, bold. And now this time I am choosing this red color, apply. So now it is looking like this. And that's how we can take the advantage of this different header, unpaid, and you will see all, and it is also updating with the all. It means reason why sales for the all the payment status. So that's how we can take the advantage of this linking header part from this Tableau. Anyone has question till yet, you can ask. Otherwise, we will proceed. Now we can go with the third chart, which is this one, matrix chart. So matrix chart is as same as with your table form. So it is simply nothing, just a matrix view of your data. So if I'm going to add sheet 3, I can simply rename this matrix view. See what we are doing, we are simply creating multiple sheets. Then on the dashboard, we are going to plot all the sheet, and you can see, let's say if I'm plotting this sheet one here, so it is providing me a dashboard. So whenever I'm going to save this dashboard will appear, not this sheet. So sheet 1, sheet 2 will not come in my dashboard, only this dashboard part will come. So I can simply download that dashboard from my Tableau public link. Delete this. Now here we have the third one. Let's say this time I don't want the client status. I want industry. Now, as same as your pivot table. So if I'm, let's say if I want to see the industry, so what I need to do, I need to plot the industry in the row form, industry like this. And you can see the industry is looking like this. And here we have invoice amount in the column. So it is providing me the chart. But if I'm going to put the invoice amount in the, sorry, here, now if I want to change this chart to the means matrix, and simply I can click on this matrix, and this chart is going to build a matrix view. So this is the industry matrix view, and that's how we can build a matrix view from the chart. And again, we can put the filter from anywhere. Now a question can be come from this is, let's say I want to add a risk assessment score here. Now let's say I want to add a risk assessment score here to the columns. Means let's say I want to add high risk, medium risk, and low risk. Now three category would be there, but I don't want to update my Excel file. I want to update those things directly in my Tableau files. And you will see I can add any columns. Now, if I am dealing with our Tableau files or Tableau public edition or Tableau desktop edition, we need to understand this. So you will see ABC. ABC means data type. which is a text type. Means client name we can simply count. We can simply put that thing into a matrix view on the x-axis, on the y-axis. But if you will see this hash, it means we can do the calculation on this hash part. These are the numbers: bill hour, GST amount, GST rate. And if you will see this calendar, it means a date. So that's how it is automatically distinguished between data type. So always your calculation part is coming to below to this line. It means simply add these thing in the value part of your pivot table, and simply add these add these part into these categories. So now if I'm talking about risk assessment score, and risk assessment score is here, but risk category is not here because we have not added it. So if I'm going to simply add this, let's say I'm going to add the risk as risk category. So one method is this: I can simply update my Excel file if you are not good in transformation part. So let's say I'm going to make this black and white because this is a new helper column which I'm adding. Let's say whenever risk assessment score is less than 3, number filter less than 3, so I will simply say it as low risk because risk is very very low in it, below 3. Now let's say if I'm talking about number filter less than 5, and I need to simply choose the blank part from this, and we can say it as medium risk, MR. Now if I'm talking about the last one, the blank category, so we can same say it as high risk. Above 5, we have high risk. So that's how it is going to update. Now, what we want to update this Excel file to the Tableau. Now, if I'm going to simply save this file, risk matrix directly as it is. So let's say if I'm simply pressing Control S, and I am going to click on refresh on Tableau or simply add new data. So Tableau will not get update. Let me just save this as it is. So now close this. Now on the Tableau part, because there is one more column, so data source, and you will see the risk matrix. So risk assessment score is only there. New column is not there. If let's say if I'm going to amend this edit connection, so here we have edit connection also means we can edit our files. So edit connection. So here we have risk matrix. We can edit it, but new column is not there. You can see we have added a risk category column, but still two columns are coming. It means whenever we are changing any file in public version only, in desktop version, it will get updated. But if we are using public version, free version, and we want to update any file from the Excel file directly, then how we can do that? We can simply save that file with a different name. Then we can edit a connection. Let's say I am simply saving this name to the risk assessment matrix version 2. Let's say I'm saving this to version 2. So this is a different file now. I can edit connection again in Tableau. So here I'm going to choose edit matrix, edit connection. And here we have risk assessment matrix 2. Now you will see 3 columns are appearing. That's how you can take you can take the advantage of free Tableau public. So whenever we are adding anything, or the magic of this is we have created a sheet 1, and risk category is already updated. We have created sheet 2, risk category already updated. Matrix view, again risk category is already updated. One file updated in the backend with the different name all dashboard, all sheets are updated automatically. This same feature is not available in your Excel file until and unless you are not using VBA or Power Query. So this is the beauty of this Tableau public. But the difference is whenever you are saving the file of your means of the Excel, then you save with the different name, version 2, version 3. So that's how you can update the files. Now let me just create the last chart. Then we will proceed with the dashboard part. Now here I'm going to make a 6 dimension chart, and I will explain how I can change the shapes, how I can take the advantage of 6 dimension chart. Then we are able to build the dashboard from this chart. Now here we have build hours in the rows. Here we have, and here we have invoice amount in the columns. Again, we are using scatter plots, the same chart which we were using in the sheet 1 in the sales revenue. And here we have sheet 4. Now this time, what I'm going to do, I am going to check my payment status. Let's say payment status is, so if you are not able to find anything, you can simply search here. The payment status I am adding into the sheets. Now you will see when I have added my payment status to the shapes, it is automatically distinguished into 3 parts: paid, unpaid, or your partially paid. So you will see highest invoice amount and highest billed hour belongs to the partial paid amount. It means some of the debtors are still lying in the books. But if you are talking about this unpaid, so this is the second one. And paid, we are means we have lowest invoices to the paid version. So let's say these shapes I'm not liking it. So what I can see, I can simply change the shapes. Let's say for the paid, I am taking, let's say, tick. So whenever payment has been received, I will simply in my dashboard I will use tick sign. So whenever I'm using partially paid, so I am simply using this exclamation mark or let's say circle. So let's say I'm taking circle now. Or for the unpaid, I'm using this cross sign and apply and okay. So I can increase the size because the size is very, very slow, or I can simply switch to the entire view. And this chart is looking like this. And let's say I am increasing the size, and you can see the size here, and we can simply increase the size like this, or like this, and here. Now you will see this axis here we have is starting from the 1 million. You can change the axis also. So here we have automatic range. So we can change that to the custom from which point you want to start, from which point you want to go. So you can update this. Or again, the if you are stuck anywhere in the Tableau, what you can do, you can simply take the screenshot of the screen. I generally do that and upload this on the chat gpt or any other tool like Claude, so it will automatically guide you. So that's how we can take the advantage. Now let's say I want to put a color. Let's say for the payment paid, I will take the green color. For the unpaid, I will take the red color. Or for the partially paid, I am going to take the yellow color. So here I'm going to take the payment status and to the color, and you will see the color is already here. Now if I'm clicking on this color tab, edit color. So for the paid, I'm taking green. Partially paid, I'm taking yellow. For unpaid, I'm taking red, and apply and okay. And that's how your dashboard is looking like this. Now, how many set of information we have? We have 3 set of information: build hours, invoice amount, and payment status. If we are talking about payment status, for the payment status, we have 2 set of information. First is color. Color means green is paid, unpaid. And second is also shapes. It means this chart is 4 dimension chart. Now, if we are talking about, let's say, region or segment, so we are adding that thing into segment like this. Now you will see. So let me just increase the size of it. Then we are able to explain the information from this. Now, in the corporate sector, we have higher invoices belongs to partially paid. In the institutional sector, we have this institution is good. This sector is best for us because we are getting more and more payments from this. And retail sector again, this is not good for us at all because the payment and the outstanding debtors are here, and SMEs again we have partially paid. So now this time we are using 5 dimension chart. Now let's say I want to add one more information in it, and this time I am using this annual turnover, or let's say I want to use this reason or product name or anything. Let's say product name I'm choosing to the size. So whenever I have plotted this product name to the size, now this chart is basically got means uh, edited, and this chart is now become completely mess. Now you will see why it has been become mess. But let's try to understand first. So here is my Excel file. Now what is happening in the backend? Why the chart is becoming mess? And you will see here we have one, two, three, four, five. Five products we have, five product name we have, and three information which is paid, partially paid, and unpaid. Five multiplied by three. Now it is plotting 15 set of information in one chart. Let's say if I'm decreasing my size, so now you are able to understand this. So 15 set of information in one chart. Let's say if I'm also removing this segment. So now this you can count this. We have 15 shapes, five circles, five rights, five wrongs. So that's how this information is going to provide us. So whenever you are using this different dimension chart, so you need to be very careful about the this kind of information, because whenever you are, let's say, plotting multiple set of information, payment status is one set of information, and second set of information is product name. So we are plotting two set of product information in the same chart. What it is happening, it is multiplying both the information. Let's say if I'm adding the third one, so it is going to add the third one and multiply that. So that's this chart is best for us. And let me increase the size once again. And here it is. So we can let's say change this name to, or we can add a, let's say I'm going to add a filter also to the region. All, apply, and cross this. And I want to show the, I want to see the filter, and here we have filter. I don't want to see these cards, so I want to hide this. Now hiding is very important. You will say, sir, we will simply drag and drop to the dashboard, the whole sheet. If you will see the dashboard, this one, and here we have sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3, sheet 4. So if I will plot this directly, you will see all set of information is here directly. So we need to hide this. We can hide from the backend directly from here, and from the front end here. We can hide this information from here also. I generally recommend hide from the backend because it is quite difficult to hide from the front end when you are using multiple sheets. So I am hiding this hide card and hide cards. Now you will see I have not used keyboard anywhere until unless I am using Excel. Now let's say, now let me take the one more example here. In this chart, we have dealt with the risk matrix, and here I am going to show the data of the risk matrix here. Risk category we have added. Now let's say I want to add a risk category directly in the Tableau, not from the Excel. So here I'm going to update my Excel file again. So edit connection. I'm taking the previous one, which is a risk matrix file, risk matrix, and open. Now I'm going to show you how you can add the information or the column or anything to Tableau directly. Now all the information is get updated because of the information. Now let's say I want to add that single column to my Tableau. So here you will see the small arrow, and we can simply click on this create calculated field. Now this one is as same as your formula bar in your Excel. So let's say I am simply saying risk category. So if we are, let's say, determining multiple risk categories, so we generally use if function in our Excel. So if we are using if function, like let's say if same function if. So I'm going to use risk category. Risk assessment score is greater than 5, right? Then we can say it as high risk, okay, or we can say it as else if. Again, if we are putting as we are putting in the Excel, and risk assessment here, the score is greater than your means 3, then we can say it as medium risk. Sorry. Else, now we are not using else if, because we are not going to use third if. Else we can simply say it as low risk. We don't have any risk. Same function. Now we can use left, right, mid, any function which provide data extraction in this tool. Or if you are not comfortable with any function, so simply type the function in ChatGPT or other AI tool. Let's say if you want to extract the left component of the product name of or the client ID. So let's say in the Excel we generally use left function. So we can simply ask ChatGPT. We generally use chat left function in Excel, and which function is similar to the left function in Tableau, which we can use in calculated field. Now it is showing the calculation error because we have not used and. So whenever we are opening F, it means automatically a invisible open parentheses is there. We need to simply close the parentheses by using and okay. And this risk category is added here, risk category is added here, risk category is here, and if we are putting this risk category in the column, and this is it, and that's how we can take the advantage of the calculated field directly from the Tableau. And if you will see the Excel file, risk matrix, not the version 2, only 2 columns are there, which the third column is not imported at all. You will see in the data source. Now, actually, it is updated because of the similar file. So we need to remove this. It will automatically remove. And if we will see this category, so 2 column would be there. So we have category, but this column is not appearing here. Let me delete this and let me just rebuild it in few seconds. So I'm going to delete this, save this, close this, and I have removed that column. And here we have risk category, and here it is. So we need to simply, what we need to do, we need to simply update the version 2 once again, and then we are going to update this file once again. Then this category will go. Then we can take the advantage of this calculated field. So that's how we can update this risk category. Now, the last part of this is the dashboard. To build a dashboard, we need to come on dashboard and we can simply remove this. Now, this is the pane on which we are going to plot our all the sheets. So here I'm going to change the size. So I'm going to, let's say I want to, you can say it as this is a whiteboard and this is a sticker. So we are going to paste our sticker on the whiteboard. Then our dashboard would be ready. So here I'm going to increase the size. Let's say I am going to increase the width. So my dashboard is going to appear on this size. Now I'm going to add some vertical container or horizontal container. What are those? So if you will see like this, so it is providing me this is the area on that you can work. Again, I'm going to add a horizontal container. So here is the horizontal container for the title, and here is the horizontal container for the second view. Here is the horizontal container for the third one, first, second, and third. So now I'm going to add sheet 4 here, and this is the reason. We can simply pick this and drop here, and you can see again we are able to put by using drag and drop this sheet 4. We can rename this. Let's say uh, segment wise revenue, and this time because reason will get update, so I'm going to change the column name to the reason, and column name is reason, and apply and okay. And you can see east, north, south, and one more, and here we have east, north, and that's how it is updating. Now dashboard, so that is also updating. So now sheet 1. Now you can see we can simply remove this. Now so here we have one set of information, here we have second set of information, but the title is looking different and different. So here you will see the title. If I'm clicking double clicking on it, here we have 36, and here we have the size is 15. We can simply make this to the 36 also. 36. Now this is it. We need to learn in the dashboard part. Apply or bold, apply, okay. Now here you can see dashboard is updating automatically, or if the size is not compatible, so you can reduce the size. Now if I'm going to change this north to south, now the problem is we have built our 4 sheets, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now if I'm changing my one filter which is coming from which sheet 4, and if I'm, let's say, changing this north, sorry, north, south. So what it is updating is only this chart is getting updated, not this one. So what I need to do, I need to simply click on sheet 4, and here I'm going to change this, and you will see here we have apply to worksheet. So if you are going to select only the some component of the sheets, let's say you have 4 sheets and you want to apply the filter only 3 sheets. Let's say if I'm talking about this sheet. So if we are, let's say, if we are putting the reason in the filter, so it means we are not able to see all 4 whiskers. So we can't apply the reason here because it is not worthy at all. So we can simply put apply to worksheet and select worksheet. So we can simply put to the matrix view and sheet 1. Okay. Now the beauty is south, it is also updating, north, and now this time if I'm clicking, let's say here I have clicked on north, and let's say I'm going to click on this south. So let's say here we have one more option, and we can simply say a single value drop down, multiple value drop down. Which value drop down you want to simply choose this single value drop down. So now this time it is going to allow you only single value drop down like this. So now this was only the instance of the dashboard. Now if I can add sheet 2 here. So now this time it is going to appear like this. I can simply update the payment status again to the single value drop down. And now this payment sheet is not the payment means the payment status we are not going to apply on this because this is the payment status. So we can again put here apply to worksheet means select worksheet, sheet 1 only, not on the sheet 4. Okay. Now partially paid, and that's how it is updating. Now, and the third, the last one, matrix view. So here we have matrix view. Now let's reduce the size of this title because this is not good. Edit. Let's say I'm making it to 15. So dashboard is looking like this. So we can change the size. Here it is. Segment wise revenue, and here is the matrix view. Or we can put the matrix view to the down. The matrix view is coming here. So now you can basically the concept is not to make the dashboard here. So basically the concept is we have made the sheet 1 by using drag and drop, sheet 2 by using drag and drop. And now what we are doing, we have created 4 boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now what we are doing, we are simply extracting those boxes from here to here, here to here, here to here. Now this is a kind of dashboard. Now this is the beauty of this dashboard is now let's say if I'm saving this file to the Tableau public. Now let's say I'm renaming this to the let's say ICAI webinar dashboard. तो सेव करते हैं इसको. Let me save it. So it is going to take some time because of the internet speed. Now that's how your dashboard is going to look alike. Now simple dashboard. Now formatting part is a different thing. Formatting part we generally learn by practice. So if we are now the beauty is we can simply copy this link and paste it means or send it on WhatsApp anywhere. Let's say I want to send this link to my colleague. I can simply copy this and paste link to the WhatsApp. And now what will happen? Let's say he or she may use this filter node. My internet is running slow, and you will see the chart is updating segment wise revenue node south and south. It is updating partially paid, sorry, unpaid, and paid unpaid. Risk matrix view is not updating because we have not linked our matrix view with the risk category. We can also link that. So apply to worksheet, select worksheet, matrix view we can click on, okay. And here we can put the reason also. Apply to the worksheet, and here I'm going to use select worksheet, and matrix view is already selected. Now cancel. Now what we have done, we have again changed the filter. Now what let's say it is updating here or not. Let's say paid. Now matrix view is not updating. So user is not allowed to update here directly, but we need to save this file again to the platform again to the Tableau public. So we can simply press Control S directly like this, and again it will update my old dashboard which is already public. Save this. Yes. Here it is. Now it is showing that ICAI webinar dashboard created by Vikal Zain means. Now try to understand this also. What does it mean? Actually, let's say in future I have lost my file. I have let's say lost my link also. So what I can do, I can search here directly. So what I will do, I will simply search Vikal Jain directly here, and because of the numerous dashboards, it is going to provide me the link, not directly the link. So we can dot gen, because my profile is like this. Uh, it is not filtering that thing directly, but after a few steps you will be able to find out, or by the name of the dashboard, ICAI webinar dashboard. You can search that. Here it is. So you will see ICAI webinar dashboard. Now let's say someone has created this webinar dashboard on this, like this, Ankur Anvekar. So if I'm going to open this, so now the dashboard has opened. Now you can see this is the filter, this is the tab, and this is the single card. So now the beauty of the Tableau public and the drawback of the Tableau public, both are the this option, download. So whenever we are simply making public our dashboard, the problem and the drawback and the beauty is this. Means pros and cons are lying only lying with the single button, download. It means anyone can download this file from the internet, you, me, anywhere, anyone. So I can simply download this, and you can see here we have PowerPoint options, PDF, Tableau workbook, image. Now the disk data tab is not enabled because of the Tableau desktop version. So if we will have this Tableau data tab, so we can also download our Excel file, or we can simply download the Tableau workbook, or here we have download. So now the Tableau workbook file is downloading, and here we have this file. Now, let's say if you are not comfortable with any data set which you are using on your system, or on the different kind of system, or then you can take the, then what you can do, you can just go to the Tableau public, search the desired dashboard, and update the data accordingly. So you don't need to create whole dashboard one by one. So you can simply update the data, and you will see this is the dashboard I'm opening. Let me just open with the Tableau. So file, open, public. So it is opening now. Sometimes it get errors. The version problem is there. So, but still the file has opened. Now you will see here is the data, and here is the data source. Now we can update the data directly from here, and we can link the data, but we need to understand this. That's how, means we can update the data directly from the Tableau. The file is not actually opening correctly because of the version here. We can simply go to the data source and append the data directly. So that's how you can take the advantage of free version. So this is the Tableau public, and this is the information which we want to means which I want to share with you on the Tableau public version. And here we have covered what. So this is the uh, six dimension chart we have already covered. Here we have used these kind of information. Now the best practice I want to explain with you also. Whenever you are using, let's say, scatter plot, let's say here we have scatter plot. Here it is. So whenever talking, I'm talking about this one, scatter plot. So I generally recommend go with the average line. So we can just go to analytics, and we can simply add average line like this. And you can see like this. So we can add numbers like this, and we can simply so we can add average line like this, and we can simply format this average line like this, and labels we can say it as custom, or we can put our custom label also. We can put our tooltip. So here we have again tooltip. So we can put anything. Let's say you want to add, let's say, label to the value of custom. You can see values here, and if you want to, let's say, put a custom value, edit. Let's say I don't want this 192.1. What I can say, I can simply say custom. So what I will do, I will simply put 192, and you will see the average line is looking like this. So whenever you are using scatter plot on anything, so I always recommend add this average line, because it suggests this is the positive var. So it means whenever anyone lying in this bar segment, in the fourth segment, so it means everything is good, and this segment is every time lower segment. So that's how we are talking about best practices. Use filter always, because it always suggests to you how, or the beauty of filter is it can connect with the multiple sheets simultaneously. I have already showed you, shown it to you. And here we have I have also shown the example of this tooltip insightful, not clutter. Means whenever you have multiple set of information, let's say payment status, we have three payment status we have, and we have four reasons. So it is multiplying the information, but not providing me the exact information. So that's how we can take the advantage of this. And here we have the bonus tip. uh, let's say if you are new to the Tableau and you don't know how to use Tableau drag and drop, so what you can do, simply copy the header and paste on onto the ChatGPT, and simply ask how to the these prompt you can ask, and it will automatically provide you these kind of information. And let's say you want to ask a dashboard tooltip, so you can simply ask these are the headers, and provide a tooltip to make a dashboard from the Tableau. So basically, these are the suggestion you can get the chat gpt you can get from the chat gpt dash and Tableau formula, which I am using if function and debugging error. Let's say if you let's say sometimes, let's say here is the calculated field which I have created. Matrix is not there. Actually, I need to create this. So what I'm saying is, let's say I forgot and in the if function. So what I can simply I'm getting error again and again. I can simply copy the formula on paste on the chat gpt and or other software. So what I will simply say what is the error in it, and it will provide you end word is not there. So that's how you can take the debugging problems. And the bonus part is you can simply upload the dashboard. What I generally do in my office or in my daily segment is I generally copy the screenshot like this and paste on the chat GPT and ask the question. Let's say I want to add a reason on the title part. I can add that. So chat GPT will allow you how you can do that. So this is it about the Tableau basic session from the scratch data or to main dashboard. So any query maybe ask from the session. Meanwhile, you may get my detail also.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Let me check the chat box first. If you anyone have any question, they can put in the chat box. I don't think any question arise, sir. You have cleared all the,
Actually, Tableau
topic
is a
very well.
new source,
Yes,
new
yes,
tool
sir.
for our chartered accountant. Actually, so that's why they are not using it. Power BI, they are. I have seen some offices of the chartered accountant where they are using Power BI, but Tableau, they are using, means only government offices are using Tableau right now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, well, sir, let me conclude this session here. It's my pleasure to give vote of thanks as well. So, it has been such an honor to be part of this wonderful webcast on Tableau Simplified Visualize Analyze Act, organized by the Professional Skill Enrichment Committee (ICI). On behalf of the Professional Skill Enrichment Committee (ICI), we would like to extend our heartfelt gratitude to our speaker, CA Vikal Jain,
Thank you,
sir,
ma'am.
and his enlightened session. A wide round of applause and thanks to the organizer, Professional Skill Enrichment Committee of ICAI, our today's speaker, CA Vikal, sir, and other
Thank you, ma'am.
stakeholders made the webcast a memorable one. Finally,
Thank
we
you,
would
ma'am.
like to thank you all present over here and helping us make this webcast a grand success. Thank you, one and all. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am.